2 sisters, 7 thrift stores, 3 weekends, and just $350 to transform this empty apartment into a home. Kristen has thrifted since college and loves sharing her vintage finds online. So when her younger sister Brittany moved into a new place,
it didn't feel like a home.
She set Kristen a challenge: help her decorate the entire apartment with secondhand items only. But with a budget of just $350, could they really pull it off?
I feel so confident that Kristen would be able to create a space that I want. There's no one else that I trust more than her.
I think she's gonna love it, honestly. I think that she's going to enjoy the process of finding and sourcing these items for her own home that she gets to enjoy.
So join me today as we go thrifting to try and find some fun things to furnish her apartment with. Walking into the thrift store, the first thing we noticed was this vintage maple wood bookcase. Once we claimed that as ours, I moved along to the trinkets. In my mind, I'm searching for anything that will add vintage warmth to her space. Wooden pieces, large, beautifully sculpted vases, hand-painted glassware, and most importantly, art.
With the little touches in the bag, they moved on to the next store in search of some bigger wins.
This is Restore, and the main thing we're looking for is an entertainment center. This thrift store was so large, and everything unfortunately was overpriced, so we left with 0 things in our hands and ready for the next thrift store. Still feeling hopeful, we move on to my favorite thrift store, LifePath Thrift, where we not only found a couch for her, but also an entertainment center for $10 because the whole store was 50% off. We're leaving with a few books, some extra trinkets, and that is the end of our lovely thrift day.
At the end of the first weekend, they had spent $210, and the apartment was starting to take shape.
I've never seen her more carefree, actually.
I had so much fun going thrifting and just styling my new home.
My favorite item that we thrifted was this candle stuffer. It's so cute, just so precious.
With half the budget already spent, they now needed to get creative. They started weekend 2 by upcycling items they found to match the aesthetic before hitting the thrift stores again to find some finishing touches.
We know that we want a mirror and maybe some baskets, candles, and even books.
By the end of weekend 2, the anchors were in: seating, storage, and light. So the final run would be all about layering it to feel lived in.
Today we're taking our last and final trip to the thrift store, and I'm exceptionally excited because it's 50% store right at my favorite thrift store, Red, White, and Blue. We found this ottoman, this mirror, and these little wooden bowls. I was honestly shocked when my sister turned the corner and found this gorgeous piece of art for $15. My little secret to thrifting is more frequent trips, spending less amount of time in the thrift. Now, before we get to styling, I just want to remind you, here's her space completely empty. We're not painting any walls, we're not making any structural changes, we're keeping it very simple and sustainable.
But after 3 hectic weekends, had they pulled it off and achieved Brittany's dream home for just $350? The answer was a resounding yes. One apartment fully styled for less than a monthly grocery shop.
I was very happy. I was very pleased with the final design and how the space turned out.
For Brittany, the project has transformed how she interacts with the place she calls home.
It just feels amazing to be in a space every day where I love and I can just bask in it. I love it so much.